This is Mac OS Ken.
Apple news out of India. Fortnite's making another iOS run. And Apple Music in Rivian may drive me mental. It is Wednesday, the 14th of August, 2024. I'm Ken Ray, and this is news from Mac OS Ken, brought to you by yours truly and supported by people like you, patrons through Patreon. Find out more and add your support at patreon.com/MacOSCan. Apple has managed to stall an antitrust investigation in India. Wherefore we know not. Well, wherefore we know not exactly. Mac Rumors highlights a Reuters report saying the Competition Commission of India has withdrawn two key reports that alleged Apple breached local competition laws. The recall, which is highly unusual, comes after the company filed a complaint claiming that the reports contained sensitive commercial data that was improperly disclosed to its competitors. What information was that? Well, we don't know. It was withdrawn. That said, the piece says the info was thought to concern financial data related to Apple's operations in India. The investigation had been looking into allegations that Apple abused its dominant position in the App Store market to force developers to use its proprietary in-app purchase system. Apple argued that it had no dominant position in the App Store market, what with iPhone commanding less than 4% of that market in India. Now the investigation is stalled, though not stopped. Mac Rumor says the recall is expected to delay the investigation by several months as the commission undertakes the process of redacting the sensitive information and potentially reissuing revised reports. Funny story, if the Competition Commission of India runs the numbers again, Apple might have a harder time with its argument. That's because it's got a much bigger share of the Indian smartphone market, according to new numbers from IDC. The market tracker issued a press release Tuesday that had iPhone share on the subcontinent growing from 5.6% in the second quarter of 2023 to 6.7% in the second quarter of 24. What makes that particularly impressive, IDC says the super premium segment, that's phones selling for $800 US or more, grew from 6% in the second quarter of 23 to 7% for the same quarter a year later. So most of that was iPhone. According to the release, the iPhone 15, 15 Plus, 14, 14 Plus together accounted for 77% of super premium shipments, followed by the Galaxy S24, S24 Ultra with an 11% share. Overall, Apple led the segment with a share of 83%, followed by Samsung at 16%. Still hard to call Apple's presence dominant, though it is making waves. According to the firm, sales of entry-level phones, those under $100 US, were down last quarter. Mass budget phones, those between $100 and $200, were up. Entry premium, $200 to $400 phones were up. Mid-premium, $400 to $600 phones were down significantly. The premium segment, $600 to $800, was down significantly. And super premium, those would be those phones $800 or more, were way the heck up. According to IDC, the premiumization trend in the smartphone market, led by Apple and Samsung, coupled with rising device costs, is motivating China-based brands to expand beyond the mass segment. Once more into the breach for Fortnite, Apple Insider says Epic Games has submitted Fortnite and the Epic Games Store to Apple for final notarization in one of the last steps Epic needs to take to launch its iOS storefront in Europe. Interestingly, it sounds like consumers in the EU could see one without the other. The piece says Epic is also planning to use other storefronts, including AltStore, to distribute Fortnite. So if Apple doesn't approve the Epic Game Store, Fortnite fights may still happen. It's also possible for Apple to have no problem with the Epic Game Store, but still find fault with Fortnite. The publisher encourages followers to stay tuned for the launch of the Epic Game Store on iOS in Europe soon. No doubt interested parties from all over will be staying tuned too. Apple Music is now available as a native application in Rivian electric vehicles for a price. In addition to the regular Apple Music price. A piece from my download blog says the offering went live on Tuesday. According to the car maker, to stream Apple Music in any Rivian from anywhere, Apple Music subscribers can sign up for Connect Plus, available at $14.99 a month, or annually for $149.99. According to iDownload blog, that is pretty standard. The piece says most other EV makers put advanced features requiring online connectivity behind a paywall, including Tesla, which requires a premium connectivity subscription to use streaming services in the car. So, theoretically, I'm paying for Apple Music, I'm paying for cell service through my wireless carrier, I'm paying for a premium car, and now I have to pay for more wireless because I paid for a premium car. When I finally go crazy, we're not going to know what did it. Apple's trying something new with this year's Entrepreneur Camp, Getting Together IRL. Cult of Mac says for the first time since the camps launched in 2019, this 5th edition will feature in-person sessions. If you're not sure what we're talking about, Apple describes its Entrepreneur Camp as a one-on-one product-focused technology lab designed to empower underrepresented founders and developers, elevate their app-driven businesses, and build dynamic communities. That said, you kind of have to be on the road already. The piece has Apple indicating that candidates should already have an app-driven business, an app that uses Apple technologies and frameworks, and or a functional and complete app that's available in the App Store as a beta build on test flight, or just about ready for the App Store or test flight. More information is available on Apple's developer site. Two tales from Apple TV Plus land. First, the Cupertino streamer has hit with the first trailer for the 4th season of the hit spy series, Slow Horses. Gary Oldman is back as Jackson Lamb, the brilliant but misanthropic leader of the spies who ended up in Slough House due to their career-ending mistakes, and who frequently find themselves blundering around the smoke and mirrors of the espionage world. Also returning are Jack Loudon, Jonathan Pryce, Kristen Scott Thomas, Saskia Reeves, and plenty of others. The trailer is pulse-pounding, though I'm not sure I would recommend watching it since it told me something I wish I didn't know. If you don't mind a minor spoiler, though, it's up now on YouTube. 6 episodes for Season 4. The first one hits Apple TV Plus on Wednesday, the 4th of September. Less formal, though likely no less gritty, the Vince Vaughn series Bad Monkey has finally made its way to Apple TV Plus. As a reminder, the series tells the story of Andrew Yancey, played by Vaughn, a one-time Miami police detective demoted to restaurant inspector. But a severed arm found by a tourist serves as an opportunity. If Yancey can prove murder, he'll be back in the big time. He just needs to get past an array of Floridian oddballs and one bad monkey. Written by Bill Lawrence, he of Ted Lasso, Shrinking, and Scrubs fame, and based on a novel by Carl Hyacin, Bad Monkey comes packed in 10 episodes. The first 2 should be up now on Apple TV+. And finally today, if you've had all the bad monkeys and time bandits you can stand, or Want to warm up for slow horses? Your Apple Watch would like to take you for a walk. Mac Rumors has word of the next Apple Watch activity challenge, this one dedicated to national parks. No national park required. According to the piece, watch wearers can earn an award by doing a workout that lasts for 20 minutes or more. As with all of the activity challenges, the report says the award will come with animated stickers that can be used in the Messages app. Mac Rumors says folks in the Apple ecosystem can probably expect national parks content across other Apple channels as well, including Apple Books, Apple Podcasts, Apple TV Plus, and so on. The Apple Watch Activity Challenge will take place sometime. The piece says it's set for Saturday, the 25th of August, but we don't get one of those this year. Saturday is the 24th, Sunday is the 25th, so watch for the message to pop on your Apple Watch. macOS Can, brought to you by me and supported by people like you, patrons through Patreon. Find out more and add your support at patreon.com/macOScan. Advertising handled by Backbeat Media, online at backbeatmedia.com. You can reach me a couple of ways. Info at macoscan.com or call 716-780-4080. Until next time, that is news from macOS Can. I'm Ken Ray.
Ciao.